3, 4.
Test. Oh, hot.
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker this evening at the Castle. The boys with their home opener against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And, of course, every year Bishop Dwenger, this is their first game as their football team usually goes deep into the postseason, and they plan for that by having Norwell open their season. This year, it's at the Castle, a light crowd tonight, Derek, but the band's here, the cheerleaders are here, and we're expecting a good one between the 2-1 Knights and the 0-0 Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and the band, as we always mention, just gives it a different feel inside the Castle, adds something a little bit extra to make it a home game for the Knights. Bishop Dwenger has beaten Norwell 4 times in a row. Norwell looking for that victory, but all of them have been closely contested. Even back when Norwell had a streak against Dwenger, they were close games as well. So these two teams really go at it with each other. The last time these two teams met, a 60-50 win for Bishop Dwenger on their home floor. Norwell, of course, in that game turned it over way too many times, 28 if I recall the number correctly. Talked to Coach McBride about that today. And he really wants this win tonight. It's going to be important for his guys to take care of the basketball here at home.
Yeah, it is. Coming off a loss down at Mississinawa last week, their first loss of the season after a couple of solid wins to open the season on the road. And I'm sure the guys are glad to be at home, opening up the season on this floor, which, by the way, speaking of the floor, apparently the floor is going to be replaced for next season again, or at least refinished. And, of course, we do have the new goals here at the Castle, sponsored by OPS. They do look very nice.
They do.
Here on the Norwell floor. Of course, back in the day, we were talking about this the other night, that we couldn't have those goals back in the day when I played here because the bleachers were out on both ends and they were full.
Right.
But now, with things having changed a little bit, these new goals in the school colors, the navy blue and the white with the logo on the front, really do look sharp here at the Castle, and I think are really appreciated by the guys, although the tight rims maybe not appreciated quite so much.
Yeah, maybe not so much. And touching on your point on the floor, it's already been refinished its maximum amount of times, so now you have to replace it. Exactly, okay. Because you can only refinish a floor so many times. So I know that has been in the talks for several years now, and I think it's actually going to become reality here coming either next year or the year after.
You know, and you saying that really makes the Hoosier Gym even that much more remarkable, where we were Friday night where the girls played. Great host there. That is the original floor from 1939.
It's incredible.
And it's still in pretty good shape, not too many dead spots.
Yeah, it was, and the only difference is, if you watch that game at all, you had 2 10-second lines because the floor is shorter and had to be expanded when the court got bigger. They couldn't make it bigger, and so there were 2 separate, they were kind of staggered 10-second lines there at the Hoosier Gym. But it was certainly a blast. Talking about this game here tonight, for Dwenger, they lost a ton of their scoring from last season. What they do have coming back is Smithy and the 6'9 Lehrman inside. He is solid. He is committed to Indiana Tech. He's going to play basketball at the next level for the Warriors in Fort Wayne. And I talked to Coach McBride about not having a lot of prep to come into this game because Dwenger obviously not playing any games, no film to look off of from this year, have no idea what they're going to look like. But Coach Kostoff of the Saints typically runs a zone, applies very good ball pressure on defense. It's very active. So he expects perhaps a 2-2-1 press, maybe a 1-3-1, and then falling back either into a 1-3-1 or a 2-3 defensively. So Norwell's going to have to get shots, and what that means for Norwell is they're going to have to hit some shots from outside, which is something this team really struggles with.
Yeah, now they did hit a few, especially in the first half at Adams Central, and that was really the ball game.
It was.
Luke Zettis, I think, ended up with 4 3-pointers in that game. But facing Dwenger tonight, they're going to have to move the ball quickly as well. This is as good a defense as they're going to see to this point in the season, even though the season's just getting started. Bishop Dwenger finished last year at 12-11, 2-7 in the conference. Very tough SAC, which is even more difficult this year. And the prognosticators picked them to finish 7th out of 10 teams in Coach Kostoff's 19th season at the helm.
Yeah, that's right. It's just still a solid ball club. Almost everybody that comes out of the SAC every year is going to be competitive or win games against teams from the Northeast 8. It's just simply a different platform, entirely different level of basketball in the SAC. Offensively for Dwenger tonight, you can expect to see a 4-around-1. Pretty simple offense. Lehrman in the middle. Try to feed him. For Norwell, they're going to try to keep the ball out of the post, because here's what happened at Mississinawa last Tuesday. Tabit Galt was allowed to catch the basketball a lot. He scored 23 points, 10 of 11 shooting, and every time he touched the ball, he scored. So the key tonight for Norwell, and that was one of the keys, was to keep the ball out of the post and not let Lehrman catch it, and that's going to be really important in this basketball game.
Well, and I'll tell you, I was standing down beside that young man before I came up here. He is every bit of 6'9".
Yeah.
He is long.
That's why he's going to be playing basketball at the next level.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Knights can compete tonight, and I agree with you 100%, Derek. They're going to have to score the basketball from outside. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be back with your Billy Ann pregame show after these words.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
At Bluffton Family Eye Care, our optometrists provide more than routine family eye care. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry are also specially trained to provide advanced treatment for eye infections, dry eyes, eye allergies, foreign body removal, and eye injuries. There are many treatments available for these eye health issues, and a treatment plan will be recommended based on your specific needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best.
To look and feel your best, visit Drs. Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424, or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle, and we are just about set for the national anthem by the Norwell Pep Band. We can share that with you, as YouTube doesn't care if it's a live performance. It's only the recorded stuff that's copyrighted. Excellent job, as always, by the Norwell Pep Band. We will now join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for your starting lineups.
Starting at a guard, a 5'11" junior, number 4, Matt Kaczynski. Starting at the other guard, a 6'5" junior, number 22, Hayden Smithy. Starting at the forward, a 6'5" senior, number 3, David McComb. Starting at another forward, a 6'9" senior, number 25, Lucas Lerman. And starting at the other forward, a 6'4" senior, number 32, John Henry Wright.
Once again, those starters for Coach Kostoff and the Bishop Dwenger Saints, it's McComb, Kaczynski, Smithy, Lehrman, and Wright. For your Knights and head coach Mike McBride in his second year, it's Quentin Purdy, Luke Zetas, Connor Torson, Levi Leidig, and Brandon Nicholson. Watching warm-ups, Derek reminded me that I understand Brandon Nicholson actually stepped out and hit a couple threes at Minnesota.
He has some of the best shot on this team. I mean, really, he's the best free throw shooter on the team. He's pure and can really stroke it for a kid that's 6'7".
The tip is controlled by the Knights by the Saints. Used to looking at that purple and gold. It was handled by Kaczynski, kind of mishandled. Knights in a man-to-man wide open from the wing. That was Smithy. Missed a shot, but the putback by Lehrman also no good. The Knights came down with the rebound. I believe that was Nicholson with the rebound. And Quentin Purdy getting the start tonight instead of Will Geiger. That ball's tipped out of bounds, and you can already tell, folks, that the Dwenger Saints are going to play a physical brand of defense on the Knights. A lot of bumping going on that drive.
That's classic SAC defense right there.
Yeah, and if the officials allow it, that's something the Knights are going to have to adjust to because they have not seen that so far this year. Dwenger in a man-to-man right now. Nice move down low. Brandon Nicholson taking it right to the rim. Good, strong move. I don't know that I've ever seen a player improve as much as that young man has in 12 months.
He's become a tremendous weapon for the Knights and really the leader on this ball club now as a senior.
There's the drive underneath, and a foul is going to be called that'll send Hayden Smithy to the line. Nicholson picks up his first, and I'll tell you what, the Knights cannot afford for him to get into foul trouble.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Hayden Smithy will go to the line.
Nice
and
bounce.
Puts the Saints on the board.
Well, friendly roll from the tight away rims at the Castle.
Yeah, that's for sure. That took a high bounce. Smithy's second, also good. That one, nothing but net.
Pretty nice shot there from Smithy. Pretty good looking free throw.
We're tied early at 2 here. Just under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Connor Torson into the front court. And Dwenger sticking with a man-to-man so far, Derek, on the first couple of possessions.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that coming out. Definitely expected a zone from Coach Kostoff.
That's Leidig in the corner trying to get it inside. Good hands there by Kaczynski to knock it out of bounds. It'll remain the Knights' ball. Both these teams with very similar colors, the navy blue and the old gold.
Yeah, actually had the exact same road uniforms last year.
That's right. Zetas forcing it underneath, and Purdy doing a good job of coming up with it, and he buries the three on the assist from Levi Leidig. So the Knights off to a good start from the outside, and that's what we wanted to see for this squad. Kachansky handling it up top as he'll find Smithy. They swing it around. David McComb listed as a guard at 6'5", one of the bigger guards in the area. That is Kachansky from distance, and he buries it. Lehrman with the assist. Ties it up at 5.
Quite frankly, thinking that last possession for Norwell, if Quentin Purdy can develop some consistency in that three-point shot, he could become very important for this Norwell team.
Absolutely. The baseline drive is cut off by Lehrman, and Purdy's stuck in the lane, and a traveling call is going to be made by the outside official. I think that was the right call. It was either going to be that or 3 seconds if Quentin kept his left foot in the lane. In either case, it is the first turnover of the game for either squad. And Kachansky will bring it across the timeline. He's being guarded by Leidig. The Knights in a man-to-man defense.
Yeah, Coach McBride is going to run man most of this year, although he did say today that we might see a little bit of 1-3-1 from the Knights to combat that tough Bishop Dwenger offense.
Smithy with the miss. Nicholson with the rebound. Great find underneath by Connor Torson as Luke Zetis gets on the board. It's a 7-5 Norwell lead with 5:02 left in this first quarter. That's the big guard McComb on the wing. He'll give it up. Oh, nice move. And drive by Smithy. Couldn't get it to go, and a foul is going to be called on the rebound.
I like this pace for Norwell. They're pretty efficient on offense on their first few possessions, and already more points than expected because Norwell's not a team that puts up a lot of points. But something else that we talk about a lot is the fact that now 18 of 28 games in Mike McBride's tenure here at Norwell have been decided by 10 points or less. And that's a pretty significant number. What that means is Norwell's pretty deliberate on offense, but they're able to score some points. But what that also means is you can keep teams in games, but you can also hang with some of the toughest.
Now that ball was stolen away underneath by Reif. Will Geiger has entered, by the way, for the Knights. Did not start this game. Oh, good penetration and kick on the three. That's David McComb.
That's a really nice look for Dwenger. Nice kick and the assist as McComb finishes with the triple.
Yeah, that was Kachansky with the assist. 4:05 left here in this first quarter. About halfway through. And Leidig, who's being guarded by Kachansky, will work it around. Torsen gets it back up top. The Saints just so much bigger than the Knights. They're having trouble finding passing angles, and it shows up again there as that is.
They're going to change it here, as they're going to say now that ball was tipped. That's pretty surprising. Didn't think it was tipped. And the only thing I saw possibly on that entry pass was that Geiger might have been held a little bit, but didn't look like it was tipped.
Well, it saves the Knights a turnover, and the outside official was very certain in his call.
Yep.
Torsen's inbound to Zetis now. Nicholson's being guarded by Reif. I'm a little surprised by that. Well, it looks like now that a double dribble is going to be called on was that called on Leidig?
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like that Dwenger might be going to a little matchup zone now as Lehrman stayed right in the middle of the lane on that particular possession. Reif gives it up. And a long distance three is well off. Rebounded by Torsen underneath. That was Smithy with the miss. As Leidig will take a seat and Quentin Purdy returns for the Knights. Purdy looked good on the first couple of possessions for sure, knocking down a three. The Knights with a 1-point deficit here. Backdoor cut by Zedek, well defended, and Geiger will take it to the rim and be blocked by Reif. Torsen came up with it. It's Nicholson on the three. He misses by a pretty good margin. That one didn't look particularly good. As on the drive, Smithy is going to be fouled. Luke Zetas picks up his first foul, and it'll send Smithy back to the line.
I'm surprised that went on Zetas. I thought it might have come from whoever the help side defender was.
Yeah.
Because it looked like Zetas got all ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought they were going to call that foul down low.
Yep.
First substitute for the Saints is Dane Houlihan, and Reith will take a seat. Reith, another one of those seniors for the Saints. 3:02 left here in the first quarter, and Smithy's second free throw also off. Well, he hit his first two and couldn't knock one down on that trip.
Now, Mike McBride gave me 3 keys to the game today, and 2 of them were pretty generic, pretty simple keys to just about any game. It's rebound the ball well and take care of the ball. And the third thing he added was the free throws. Norwell has only shot it under 56% from the line on the season, but the reality is they've gotten to the line a pretty good chunk of the time as the Knights turn it over, trying to get it to Geiger underneath. The other thing about it is they only got to the line 4 times at Mississinawa. That's way too low of a number for a team that averages nearly 20 trips to the line a game, and that definitely played a factor into the loss down at Ole Miss.
Another substitute for the Saints, Brendan Lytle, checks in as Kachansky takes a seat. So they've got a new guard tandem out there. Nice pass underneath. That's Lehrman with the left hand, scores, and they're going to call a foul on the shot.
I hope it's not on Nicholson because, oh my goodness, that's going to go on Nicholson. That's number 2, and that changes the complexion of this game significantly.
Brandon, by far the largest Knight on the floor at any one time. He will take a seat and be replaced by the 10-inch shorter Levi Leidig.
Well, here's what I have seen, the way this game's been called so far. They're allowing the guards to bump and run a little bit on defense, but in the paint, they've been pretty tight.
That was Quentin Purdy with the rebound of Lehrman's miss, and the Saints have not been good from the free throw line so far, just 2 of 5. Geiger tries to drive and is swatted by Levi Leidig, and that play is not going to work. That's twice he's tried to drive, and twice he's had Spalding written on his forehead.
Yeah, that was just a big-time denial.
There's the inbounds pass to Geiger in the lane, blocked again by Lehrman, and taken out of there by Purdy. It's stolen away, and that's another turnover on the Knights. That's their 5th turnover. There's a turnover on the Saints. Leidig the other way scores.
And the last possession was a missed shot from Leidig. But the Saints got the rebound, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was Lehrman that came down with that.
Yep.
All right, very good. Thank you for clarifying that. We'll correct our turnover count back to 4. 1:29 left in this first quarter. And they get it in the corner again. Boy, he has gotten open on numerous occasions already. As Geiger with the strong rebound of the McComb miss.
That was a nice board by Geiger. Good position and caressed it with one hand.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach McBride's just about going to have to get Nicholson back in this game because there is just no length or height in the Knights lineup right now. Will Geiger at 6'3", the tallest player on the floor. There's another turnover.
Wow, that
for the Saints.
Lehrman got stuck on the baseline. If you're Norwell, that's exactly what the position you want to put him in, and it forced a turnover. With a smaller lineup on the floor, that's what you got to try to do.
With 40 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Knights being patient with the basketball. They trail by 1. 10-9. Geiger out on the floor. He's being guarded by McComb. So right now, Lehrman is actually guarding Quentin Purdy. 15 seconds left. There's a count on Levi Leidig. He needs to advance. There he goes. Guarding him very closely.
They got to go now. 5 seconds.
Trinity Clark. The drive by Geiger blocked again, but this time they do call a foul, so the foul will go on McComb. That'll be his first, the team's second, and Geiger will go to the line to shoot a pair. And I know with 0.6 seconds left here in the quarter, Derek, free throws have been a challenge for Will so far this year.
Yeah, he's not shooting it well, and they continue here on the season. Coming in, Will was shooting just, less than 29% from the line.
Reif back into the lineup, as is John Hoffman for the Saints, and Geiger will try to knock down one or two. He does. That will end the first quarter. On the inbounds pass, we're all tied here at the Castle. 10-10 between the Knights and the Saints. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are through one quarter of play, and we're all knotted at 10. We have decided nothing in a quarter that started out being controlled by Norwell. I thought they got the better possessions on offense, but Dwenger started using their size, took it to the rim, got to the line where they didn't finish because Dwenger, quite frankly, should have a lead at this point, but they don't. Norwell taking advantage of that. The big story, though, that first quarter is Nicholson is out of the game with 2 fouls.
Yeah, and I got to believe that depending on how this quarter starts, we could see Brandon Nicholson in there in this quarter with those 2 fouls. It'll be Torsen, Purdy, Geiger, Leidig, and Zettis remaining on the floor for the Knights. They were 4 of 10 from the field in the first quarter, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. The Saints, of course, it's their first game, but they were just 3 of 9 as Geiger on the drive. Can't get it up and over the rim. The rebound was controlled by Reif, and they'll head the other way. That's stolen away, and Geiger will try to take it end to end. It's taken away from him, but the Knights end up with it, so no turnover on the play. Leidig looking for help.
Knights were pretty fortunate to get the basketball back there.
They were. The Saints now with 3 turnovers to Norwell's 4 as Zettis goes cross court on the baseline to Torsen. Connor into the lane looking for help. And, almost threw it away. Zettis came up with it, though. And a foul is going to be called. That's going to go on Brendan Lytle as he bumped Purdy up top. That'll be his first, team's third. And Kachansky will check back in for the Saints. Trinity Clark takes a seat.
Lytle's a young kid. I believe the son of Jeff Lytle. And he's just a young kid. I actually had a couple of his games in the summer playing for the Elite. Really good athlete.
Geiger will swing it back out to Torsen. Now Leidig, he's being guarded by Kachansky. Are you surprised, Derek, that the Saints have stayed in this man-to-man defense?
Absolutely. I thought for sure, if it's me, I'm going to try to force Norwell to shoot from outside because they haven't proven the ability to do so here early on. But even so, Dwenger still matches up well with Norwell because they've got more size.
That floater by Zettis just a little bit short. I actually think it might have been tipped. As look at Quentin Purdy, almost came up with a steal. Instead, the Saints will reset. It's important to keep in mind that this is the first game for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Mm-hmm. Which you got to think is advantage Norwell.
Yeah, absolutely.
But past history between these two teams over the last 5 years prove otherwise.
Yeah, the last win by the Knights in December of 2012. And that was a dandy game. That was up at Dwenger before they made all the renovations to their gym.
That's right. And the renovations, by the way, are so much better. That was a dark gym.
Yes, it was. Very similar to Lures, and now it's just beautiful and bright. Last couple of years, Lytle looking to penetrate. excuse me, that was Kachansky that got it to Lytle.
Dwenger's been pretty patient on this possession.
Well, the Knights are playing good defense, and now Coach Kostoff wants a timeout. That'll be the first timeout of the game. And I think it's going to be, it'll be a 30-second timeout. As we'll talk about a couple of our sponsors here. Let's see. At Pizza Hut in Bluffton, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $7.99. Now, that's a great deal, Derek. Or upgrade to a specialty pizza for only $3 more. Dine in or carry out. 632 North Main Street in Bluffton. Order online at Pizza Hut, all one word, .com. Also, Grable Insurance wants to provide you the protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. Visit Grable Insurance at their office on Pony Express Run in Leo to get the best coverage you can afford. 5:51 left here in this first half. The Saints with the basketball.
I've taken advantage of that Pizza Hut deal a number of times over the last couple of months.
Tough to beat a good stuffed crust Pizza Hut pizza.
Absolutely.
That is my favorite. Kachansky trying to penetrate. Instead, he finds number 22, Smithy, wide open outside. The rebound's batted around, and I think that's going to be a foul on the Knights.
It sure is. It's a tough call because you're both going for the ball, and that's just not a whole lot you can do about it.
Well, it goes on Will Geiger. It's his first, team's fourth, as checking back into the Bishop Dwenger lineup is David McComb. That was, not sure who was taking a seat there. Good rebound inside by Reith on the miss.
Yeah.
Lehrman cleans it up.
Norwell's got to figure out a way to box out. Lehrman got in there pretty easy, and even though he's much bigger than everybody on the floor, Norwell's got to be fundamental on defense and rebounding.
That first miss, I think, was that Smithy on the miss?
It was.
Well, he's 0 for from the field, 0 for 6 to this point. His only points came from the free throw line. Get a couple of free throws.
And Smithy's going to be one of the main scorers on this team this year. Just having a rough start to the season.
Purdy had a look at the three-point line. Instead, he kicks it across to Torsen. That's a three-pointer for Connor Torsen, the assist to Quentin Purdy. And the second three-pointer of the evening for the Knights gives them their first lead in a while, 13-12. Again, Quentin Purdy making things happen, knocked that out of bounds.
Quentin's been very active defensively. He's been having a real nice game, taking advantage of that starting role tonight.
Inbounding for the Saints will be McComb.
Look at him work.
Boy, he's diving for the basketball. Coach McBride encouraging him. You like to see that kind of hustle. It can really set the tone for the entire team.
And Norwell's a pretty defensively sound team now.
They are.
They had their worst stretch at Mississinawa. And in my opinion, that's what cost them the game. They gave up points on 13 possessions in a row in the second half, and that just sparked a big third-quarter run, and Ole Miss was en route to the victory.
That was a big three there by Brendan Lytle, his first points of the game.
Lytle, just a freshman, remember that. He's a young kid, but getting some minutes here in the first game for the Saints.
Well, and he looks young. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
He's a freshman. Brandon Nicholson has been on the bench since about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. About halfway through is when he picked up his second foul, and there's 4:23 left here in the second. Reith is now guarding Will Geiger. Reith has a couple of inches on him maybe. And a foul's going to be called in the lane. It's going to go on Reith. That'll be his second. So that's a big foul on the Saints, although they do have more in the way of depth and size than what the Knights do. Reith is staying in the game with those two fouls. Purdy in the corner will release to Lighted. They swing it around. Bishop Dwenger staying in that man-to-man, but Lehrman, actually, they may have gone to a 2-3 zone here, Derek. The top of it, as Geiger is blocked again.
He just had no chance to get that one in. If you're Geiger, you got to recognize that one.
Yeah.
That was too much force. and you got to kick that and get another chance at a perimeter shot on that possession.
He's 0 for 5, and 4 of them have been blocked.
And Geiger shoots a great percentage from the field because most of them are layups. Norwell cannot get a rebound.
Now, Kachansky, there they finally did. Quentin Purdy came out with it. Kachansky and Lehrman both missing on chances there. Into the lane is Zetas, and a foul's going to be called on Lucas Lehrman, I believe. Yep, that'll be his first.
Yeah, and if you're Norwell, that's the guy you got to take it at and try to get a foul call. The difference is they've taken at him quite a bit. He's just been able to block it without fouling.
Hayden Smithy back into the lineup for the Saints. He'll replace Reith with those 2 fouls.
Well, Lehrman's definitely got the build and look of a player at the next level as the Knights turn it over. But he'll be just fine at Indiana Tech.
Oh, absolutely. He really moves well for his size. And they'll bulk him up. I mean, he's pretty thin now, but you can tell his frame can handle some good weight. They'll get him, and they'll have 20 pounds on him by the time the season starts next year. The kick out to Kachansky for 3, no good. The rebound batted around, controlled by Geiger, and it'll go back to the Saints as Bishop Dwenger not shooting particularly well at all. They were just 3 of 9 in that first quarter, and they're like 2 of 7 here in this second quarter.
No, a lot of contested shots, though.
3 minutes left. Nice move inside by Hayden Smithy, and he gets his first field goal to make it a 17-13 Bishop Dwenger lead, and they're going to press out of it. Looks like a 2-2-1.
Got to get it across.
Zetas into the front court, able to squeeze by Smithy. Nice pass underneath. Geiger with his first basket. Luke Zetas with the assist.
Here's what Norwell's got to do better defensively. That last possession, they let him catch it pretty easily on the interior, and he was able to turn and score. We talked about it in the pregame. You got to deny that pass and never let him catch it, and then he won't have a chance to score.
Wide open from distance was Lytle. And a foul's going to be called on the rebound. That'll go on the Dwenger Saints.
Yeah, it's on Lehrman, and it's number 2, and not a lot of contact at all. That's a pretty tough call, in my opinion, because he was getting boxed out and never went over the top, never even got a hand on the rebound, and he's going to go to the bench likely for the last 2:21 of the half.
Well, Kyle Henshin also into the game for the Knights, as is John Hoffman for the Saints, number 30. Norwell doing a pretty good job of breaking that pressure so far. Haven't had too much trouble with it. Geiger will get it out to Leidig for 3, no good, and the rebound is controlled by McComb. 1:57 left. Kachansky setting up the Saints offense here. Norwell still in their man-to-man. Smithy into the lane. Good kick. That was actually a kick to Smithy. Or McComb. McComb missed it. Rebound was to Hoffman, and then he missed.
Yeah,
and Geiger came down with it.
Dwenger's getting a ton of second looks. It's just not finishing. Oh, nice finish by Geiger on the other end to tie the game.
Well, Will's been able to get free. That was actually kind of a broken play that worked out for the Knights, as Hoffman will pick up his first foul. 7th on the team, and Geiger with a chance here for a 3-point play.
1 for 2, I should say, from the line, though, on the night. This is the only player to get to the line so far for Norwell here in the first half. So far, free throws getting to the line has still been a concern for Norwell, something they're trying to work on.
Quentin Purdy back on the floor for Norwell with 1:20 left. Henshin in there for just a brief time. The post passes, they double the post.
That was the shot you want to force if you're Norwell. That was really not a good shot selection by Dwenger.
No, Smithy really forced that one up. Luke Zetas came down with the rebound. And the Knights will try to build on a 1-point lead with just under a minute left here in the quarter. Purdy looking for help up top. That's Geiger on the high post, beyond the arc, actually. He'll force up a shot. They're going to call a foul on John Hoffman.
That's a little bit of a bailout, in my opinion. But it gets Geiger to the line.
Yeah, there wasn't any contact there as Will go back to the line. Hit his last free throw, his last two, actually. 45.1 left on the clock. And this one is good as well. Nothing but net on that free throw.
Now he's starting to look a little bit like what he looked like last year, because he shot the ball close to 80% on the season after a terrible start. So maybe the same kind of thing. He has worked a ton. I know Coach McBride has worked with him individually on the free throw shooting, and he's definitely gotten much better as he misses short.
Well,
that one's on me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you jinxed him there, Derek, as Hayden Smithy pulled down the rebound. The Knights up by 2. I'll tell you, the Norwell's played really well here in this first half to be within 2 with Brandon Nicholson on the bench for all but a few minutes of this first half. Nice move by Smithy. He can't get it to go, and the rebound's pulled down by Hoffman. He'll kick out to Kachansky. Kachansky no good. Hoffman again with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled.
Got to pull down a rebound if you're Norwell. Not being successful on the boards. And it's because they're not fundamentally sound. They're not boxing out well. They're just kind of jumping for the rebound. You can't do that when you're a smaller team.
Well, the foul was on Quentin Purdy. That'll be his first, and Hoffman will go to the line and hit his first free throw. He'll try to tie it with his second. John Hoffman having some impact here off the bench for the Saints. Pulled down a couple offensive rebounds already and can't hit the second free throw. Rebound pulled down by Geiger for the Knights. Just 10 seconds left, so the Knights will most likely get the last shot of the quarter. Geiger in the high post. He'll force up a jumper that's well short and almost it bounced on the rim a couple times. I didn't think it was going to get there, Derek. That will end the first half. The Knights, a low-scoring first half, lead the Bishop Dwenger Saints 19-18. We'll take a break and be back to your post-game show after these words.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 youth per team, or 2 youth may make a team starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every frame. With 22 lanes, there is plenty of excitement to go around. So stop by to practice or come relax with friends. And don't forget about Friday Fun. From 12 noon to 6 p.m., only $1 per game and 50-cent shoe rental in a smoke-free environment. The Bowling Center is located at 1231 South Main Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
At First Bank of Bern, we follow a set of ideals and values that define who we are. Honesty, integrity, respect, and compassion. They guide us every day in our work and in our lives because we believe banking should be easy and everyone should be treated with respect regardless of their account size. It's why people have trusted us with their banking for generations. It makes us who we are. First Bank of Bern. We believe in the value of people. Member FDIC.
Troxel Equipment Company, a family-owned business, is dedicated to making you a satisfied customer with the best possible equipment, parts, and service. 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. You can find a full line of John Deere equipment, mowers and generators from Honda, blowers and chainsaws by Steel. Experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Find them online at troxelequipment.com.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days. To apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are at halftime, and Norwell, a little bit of a surprise, at least to me anyway, that they have a 19-18 lead here at the break. But if you're Norwell, you got to sit here and be thinking, hey, we're right in the game. We've got a little bit of a lead to build on here at halftime. Bishop Dwenger has not shot it well from the field in the first half, but I think a lot of that was created by Norwell's tough defense. And the other thing, more importantly to me, is the Knights have set the pace on offense. They have not allowed Bishop Dwenger to get any shots in transition. Norwell has played its slower brand of basketball, and that's what's resulted in a 1-point lead in a low-scoring game.
Yeah, and you touched on it, Derek. It's mostly about the inability of Bishop Dwenger to hit any kind of shot. We'll talk about those stats, but they've taken 23 shots to Norwell's 18.
Yeah, a lot of those
first half.
A lot of those second chance opportunities. Sometimes you see the imbalance because of one team having a lot more turnovers than the other, but that's not the case in the first half. It's all about second chance and even third chance opportunities for Dwenger.
Yeah, Dwenger actually in leading most of the statistical categories except for the most important, and that's putting the biscuit in the basket. For the Saints, they, as a team, were 6 of 23 from the field in the first half. That's just 26% shooting, and a lot of those were point-blank range. From long range, they were 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, and from the free throw line, not a whole lot better, just 3 of 7 from the free throw line for 43%. Only committed 3 turnovers in the first half, which Coach Kossoff's got to be pretty happy about that, and collected 11 rebounds, 5 of which were of the offensive variety. Very balanced scoring for the Saints so far this evening. Hayden Smithy, we expected him to do a lot of the scoring. He's done a lot of the shooting, but he is just 1 of 9 from the field. And also added a couple of free throws for 4 points. Also with 4 points, Lucas Lehrman, and he's only shot the ball 4 times, 2 of 4. Chipping in with 3 apiece were David McComb, Matt Kachansky, and Brennan Lytle. Each hit a shot from beyond the arc, and then John Hoffman chipped in a free throw for a total of 18 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Boy, a very low-scoring first half. For your Norwell Knights, they were 7 of 18 from the floor. That's just 39%. And a big reason for that is Lucas Lehrman. He blocked a number of shots in that first half. The Knights are 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. Haven't shot many from out there so far. 40%'s really pretty good. And 3 of 6 from the free throw line. You'd like to see that number a little bit higher. They committed 6 turnovers in the first half and collected 12 rebounds, but just 1 of them, Derek, was offensive.
Yeah, it'll be Norwell. It'll be important for Norwell to continue to battle for rebounds. I thought they did a nice job contesting for rebounds, but their boxing out was not very good in that first half, because even if you don't come up with the rebound and you're boxing out, sometimes you get an over-the-back call because you're being fundamentally sound when you're trying to rebound. That's important for Norwell. The other thing, I think, and it's difficult to do against a team with as much size as Dwenger, they've got to take it to the rack. They've got to try to pound it inside. They got blocked a lot, but the free throw number, only 6 free throw attempts in the first half, which is already more than they had on last Tuesday night, but they've got to get more chances at the line.
Yeah, here's the thing. You cannot count on the Bishop Dwenger Saints to shoot 26% again in the second half. They're going to have to hit some shots from outside. They've been forcing it inside. Geiger, 2 of 8 from the field, and at least 4 of those shots were blocked. And if the Knights are going to continue to try to force it inside, they're just going to park Lucas Lehrman in the lane and continue to swat away shots. Of course, I think it'll help getting Brandon Nicholson back in there to start the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because now both big men who were on the bench the last couple minutes of the first half, and Nicholson was on the bench the entire second quarter. It'll be interesting to see them go at it a little bit. Nicholson's got to be defensively sound. Certainly they think he has it in him. The question's going to be whether he can execute, and I think more importantly he's going to have to execute on offense, because that's where Norwell is going to have to get their points. They didn't really have a big score in that first half. They've got to find some offense somewhere consistently to try to keep pace with Dwenger.
Yeah, Dwenger, you may see Dwenger play exclusively zone in this second half with Brandon Nicholson back on the floor. And just force the Knights to shoot from outside. Luke Zettis did not take a three-pointer in the first half. He was 0 for 2, but both of his shots were inside the line. In fact, the only 3 attempts, a couple of them by Quentin Purdy, one by Connor Torson, one by Levi Leidigan. Of course, Brandon, before he got in foul trouble, stepped out and took a 3 as well. On the floor for the Saints to start the second half, it's Smithy, McComb, Lehrman, Reith, and Kachansky. For the Knights, it's their starting lineup. Leidig, Zettis, minus Quentin Purdy, as Will Geiger's in there, along with Connor Torson and Brandon Nicholson. Nicholson guarding Lehrman. Quick 3-ball by Hayden Smithy. Good start for him to the second half. And that gives the lead back to Dwenger. Nice little curl off the pick. You can tell Coach Kostoff wanted to get him feeling it early here in the second half, and the Knights are going to turn it over. That's their seventh turnover of the basketball game. Smithy working on Zettis. That's Kachansky. Looking at Coach Kostoff on the bench. Oh, nice feed inside, and Smithy with a good move. The assist goes to Matt Kachansky, and a quick 5 points by Dwenger gives them their biggest lead of the game at 4. 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Almost stolen again, this time by Kachansky. Instead, it's off his fingertips, and it'll remain the Knights basketball.
Now, they have created some momentum here to start the second half, and it's all riding with Dwenger right now.
Smithy now with 9 points, leading scorer in the game for either squad. And Dwenger staying in their man-to-man. They're fronting Will Geiger in the post, bringing Nicholson to the high post. Zettis will try to drive. He's trapped. The kick back to Leidig, that wasn't particularly close. And a foul is going to be called on the rebound.
Nicholson went up to get the board and got undercut.
It'll go on Wright, and that's his third foul. He'll be replaced by Hoffman in the Dwenger lineup. Well, you could tell Levi really kind of rushed that three-point attempt, trying to get it over the taller opponent. As, boy, they're really fronting Nicholson in the low post on that right side. There's the backdoor pass to Geiger. Geiger missed a shot, I think somebody got their hand on it as Nicholson pulled down the offensive rebound. Loose ball, really. It's back to Nicholson inside, and he is blocked by Lehrman. Lehrman with another block. That's at least 5 that I can remember. Haven't really marked him down. It's hard to keep track of those blocks with the ball moving around. Kachansky with the floater from the side, no good. And Geiger pulls down the defensive rebound. The Knights hustling the other way. The baseline pass underneath, and Geiger swatted again.
Norwell's got to find
Lehrman.
something different. They got to try something different on offense.
They tried to loop it into Lehrman. I'm not even going to credit that with a shot, as Leidig the other way.
That's got to be a foul. Boy, that was really up and down right there. Somebody's got to get something under control here because both teams just kind of running the floor, neither team handling it well, and Nicholson is going to get free throws right here.
The foul was called on Lehrman. That's his third. That's a big foul right there, Derek.
It is. He's probably going to go back to the bench here for a little while as Nicholson clanks the free throw. He's a good free throw shooter, too.
He is. 5:31 left in this third quarter. The Saints up by 4.
Brandon 71% coming in.
And good on that one. Back into the lineup for the Saints is Trinity Clark, number 10. The Knights, that's their first point of the quarter, and we're 3.5 minutes in. Got to find some offense. They're 0 for 5 from the field. Of course, a couple of those were blocks, as Hoffman will put his head down. Can't get the shot to go. Trinity Clark misses the putback, and that's going to go the other way. The foul is going to be called on Hayden Smithy. That's his second. Team's third, so the Saints in a little bit of foul trouble here early in the second half. 3 quick fouls, but they've scored all the field goals to this point. In fact, Hayden Smithy scored all the field goals. Much lower scoring game than I expected, Derek.
Yeah, I thought Dwenger would push it a little bit more, but they've been content to play Norwell's pace.
Well, and their shooting percentage is putrid at this point. Zetas has not been able to get an open look from outside. Geiger's going to force the 17-footer, and he'll hit it.
Well, Geiger not really known for his shooting, but was able to put one in from 17.
The Knights back to within 1. 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Kachansky will leave it for Smithy. Smithy was being guarded by Levi Leidig there for a second. They don't want that matchup. The Knights don't. As Geiger gets a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Geiger now with 9 points. He had 7 in the first half. Norwell's leading scorer and tied with Hayden Smithy at the moment for game honors. As Clark will pull up for a 3. The rebound to Geiger.
Ill-advised shot for Dwenger.
Yeah, kind of quick. We were talking about their patience, and Clark just kind of chucked that 3 on the run. As Torsen looking for help, gets it to Geiger. Geiger will drive and miss the shot. Zetas with the offensive rebound. He'll hit it.
Nice board by Zetas. He had great position underneath. That's what created the chance for him to get the rebound. And then he finished with the teardrop to give the Knights the lead.
24-23, 3:38 left in this third quarter. Boy, great play there by the senior Zetas. Has a good touch on the shot as well. Now 1 of 3 from the field. Kachansky resetting for the Saints. That's McComb. Clark will try to drive and miss the shot with the left hand. Hoffman comes down with the rebound and lost it. Torsen heads the other way, and it's out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on the Knights.
That's a difficult pass for anybody to handle. That was thrown right at the feet.
Second turnover of the quarter for the Knights as Reith with 3 fouls checks back in. John Henry Reith, another one of those seniors for the Saints. Listed at, I believe, 6'5". Kachansky being guarded by Leidig. Clark, who is 0 for 3 in this third quarter from the field, finds Smithy wide open, no good, and the rebound controlled by Nicholson. Boy, that was a good look for Smithy.
Dwenger's gotten a lot of good looks. They just have not been able to finish all night.
Well, and you kind of expect that when it's your first game a little bit, especially on a away floor. Zettis couldn't get the long 2 attempt to drop.
This is going to stay with Norwell, though.
Quentin Purdy's going to check back in for Coach McBride. Norwell using just 7 players so far this evening, and Hinchin was only in there for a couple of minutes. A little surprised Luke didn't take that 3-ball attempt. Now Purdy will launch a 3, does not get the roll. It's out of bounds, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball.
Yeah, Dwenger just can't pull down a rebound right now, and the Knights are going to get their 3rd opportunity here on the same trip down the floor.
Brendan Lytle's going to check in for the first time here in the second half. He had a productive first half, and just a freshman for the Saints. Dwenger really chasing the basketball right now.
Yeah, and Coach McBride talked about that. Ball pressure is huge for this Coach Kostoff team.
That's Zettis being pressured by Clark. Nice pass underneath. Zettis with the assist to Nicholson. Nicholson with his 2nd field goal, and the Knights now with their biggest lead. They're up 26-23. Under 2 minutes here in the third. Boy, I thought Lytle might have got away with a travel there. Nice move by Smithy on the left baseline.
Good answer, and Smithy created his own shot right there to pull the Saints back within 1.
Yeah, he's in double figures now with 11. He's hit 3 of his last 4 attempts. Geiger inside. The ball is partially blocked, and a foul's going to be called. I think that might go on John Henry Wright. If it is, it's his 4th. Well, that spells a little trouble for the Saints, as Rice will have to take a seat. He's been in foul trouble all night. James Hoffman at the scorer's bench to report in. And Geiger with the first of 2 free throws. They were considered shooting, and Will now has hit 3 of his last 4. Hoffman checks in for Bishop Dwenger. Knights trying to get that lead back up to 3 points here. Came into this game 2-1 and coming off a loss at Mississinewa. Trying to reverse things here. They lead by 3 with 1:24.
Much better, and that's pretty important for a kid that's probably going to get to the line a lot more this year. If he can knock it down consistently, it's just like making a layup.
That's going to be an illegal block, I guess.
I'm not sure what happened there, but nobody griping on the Dwenger bench. Foul's now 5-0 in the third quarter. But Dwenger, to be fair, has been much more aggressive defensively. Now that one came on offense, but the rest of them have been on defense, and it's been a big difference in aggressiveness on defense, at least with physicality so far in the second half.
Yeah, that's John Hoffman's 3rd foul. So the Bigs getting in a little trouble for the Saints as Will Geiger with a nice move makes it a 5-point Norwell lead.
The biggest lead, I believe.
Will now with 13. Yeah, I'm sure you're correct, Eric. Trinity Clark up top being guarded by the 6'7" Brandon Nicholson. The pass is looped underneath. Hoffman will try to kick it and able to retain control. They'll reset. Clark, baseline. That's Smithy. Oh, nice give and go as Smithy with the assist to David McComb. For McComb, that's his first 2-point field goal. He hit a 3 in the first quarter.
That was a very good defensive possession for Norwell, but Dwenger was more patient, and the Knights eventually broke down, and they got an easy layup.
The Knights will take the last shot, most likely here of the third quarter, with just 5 seconds left. Trinity Clark's going to pick up a foul.
The Knights are not going to foul here in the third quarter, assuming the last 4 seconds go without a foul. That's 6-0. The Knights are shooting the bonus the rest of the way, and a long way to go for Dwenger. We know that'll probably even out in the fourth quarter. Coach McBride's going to wisely use a timeout, try to set up a play in the last 4.1 here the third quarter. It's his first time out of the game.
Did you notice, was it a 30, Derek?
Did not catch the signal, but both teams are up, so I'm sure it's a 30.
4.1 seconds left, as it looks like Levi Leidig's going to check back in. While we're waiting for the action to resume, we'll let you know that Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric has Carrier and other name brand furnaces to warm your home like you deserve. With 24-hour emergency service, Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric can help, and they now offer duct cleaning. .1 left in this third quarter. Very low scoring game. The Knights lead 30-27. They'll try to extend that lead to end this third going into the fourth. Torsen will key it in for the Knights. Dwenger in a man-to-man defense. Luke Zettis gets three from the corner. Nicholson with the rebound. He misses. And that will end the third quarter. Good look.
Yeah, great
for
look.
Luke Zettis. Just couldn't knock it down. And we go to fourth quarter action with the Knights leading by 3 here at the Castle. We'll be right back.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in supporting growing businesses. And in our community, that means a lot. We believe it's important to have a local perspective. Our agribusiness professionals are from here, so they understand what it takes for agribusinesses to succeed, like having the right banking solutions to keep agribusiness thriving. From traditional accounts to cash management and equipment loans to crop insurance, we believe we can help your business grow. First Bank of Bern, member FDIC.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle. We have 8 minutes to play. Norwell, after a 1-point halftime lead, the Saints came out into the third quarter very hot, hit a couple of buckets, and Norwell answered with a little run of their own, and they have stretched their lead to 3 at 30-27 as we head into the final quarter of play.
Well, it's low scoring for a reason, Derek. Neither team shooting well at all. Bishop Dwenger 10 of 33 from the floor. Norwell 11 of 32.
Wow. Not good shooting at all is right.
The Knights with the basketball, as there's the trap from the Saints.
And both of these defenses are pretty good, but they've both had their fair share of good shots on offense. They just haven't been able to hit.
Torsen will swing it to Leidig. Norwell's going to be patient against this Dwenger trapping zone. And a foul's going to be called on Will Geiger. That's going to be an offensive foul, but just his second. It will count as a turnover against the Knights.
Coach McBride is chewing the official. Yeah, Will Geiger seems to have a little bit of a knack for getting called for offensive fouls on the baseline that don't really involve going up for a shot. So that's just kind of something that has plagued Geiger so far.
That was a 3-ball from Hayden Smithy, and Smithy has really warmed up here in the second half. That one to tie it at 30.
Smithy has been the guy for Dwenger. If this game gets down to the final possession, he's going to be the one taking the final shot.
Smithy, the only Saint in double figures with 14. Nice interior passing there, and Nicholson swatted
twice. And a foul going the other way.
Well, Lucas Lehrman is extremely long, and he's got at least a half a dozen blocks so far. Nicholson credited with an offensive rebound as Lytle will bring it up the floor for the Saints. Smithy, lefty's feet, nice pass inside, and Lehrman able to convert. Smithy with the assist, and the Saints now back in the lead with 6:36.
Started the fourth quarter the same way they started the third, a 3 and a bucket underneath.
Yeah, they've had good starts to both quarters here in the second half. And the Knights seem to be a little troubled by the Saints zone trap as Levi Leidig commits the Knights' second turnover of the fourth quarter, 4 in the second half for the Knights. And Derek, I've only got Bishop Dwenger turned it over one time here in the second half.
Only 3 times in the first half, too. They've done a great job of taking care of the ball.
They really have.
Oh, that's a travel.
And they're going to call a foul.
Oh, that's a difficult call.
That sure is. It's going to go on Brandon Nicholson.
Yeah, that
just
was
his third, though.
It is. And Norwell's not really in any foul trouble at all, but that was a travel.
Just the third foul called against the Knights in the second half. Boy, those numbers always even up, don't they, Derek?
I said it, right? And, you know, anybody can say it any time. It's just going to happen. And Lehrman off to the left on his first attempt. Dwenger has been not very good from the line here all night long.
Yeah, now 3 of 8. Lehrman 0 for 2. And this one
short.
Also no good. Luke Zetas pulled down the rebound. And the Knights will try to tie it up or take the lead here with a 3 ball. Just over 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Geiger underneath forces it up. And a foul is called. Must have been down low as Lucas Lehrman got nothing but ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it was on Matt Kachansky. That'll be his first foul. Geiger will go to the line. Will has already shot 7 free throws tonight. That's his 8th, and it's good. He'll try to tie it with this one. Will now with 14 points. And even 6 minutes left in this one. And Will short on that free throw. The rebound was pulled down by McComb. That's Smithy. He's got Levi Lighting guarding him. That's a mismatch. He's staying with him, though, in the man-to-man.
Lighting's fast and quick on the floor and pretty good defensively, but he's just so small that Smithy can probably go up over the top of him anytime he wants.
And now on the switch, he's being guarded by Zetas. Lytle will kick it back out. On the wing, Smithy looking for help. Finds Kachansky, no good, and Nicholson pulls down the rebound.
Knights can take the lead here.
Good look for Kachansky there, wide open. Just not able to knock down that little push shot from just inside the line, and Geiger is going to be called for another offensive foul as he ran into the much smaller Brendan Lytle, and Lytle went flying.
Yeah, that's just the fact of Geiger being way bigger.
Yeah, Geiger at 6'3", Lytle at probably 5'9", maybe 5'10".
Yeah. He's listed at 5'11", but that's quite generous.
Yeah, I'd say closer to 5'10". As McComb tests Zetas, he'll leave it for Smithy. Now Smithy and Lehrman in a little 2-man game. Lytle finds Kachansky inside. That's Lehrman with the turnaround, blocked. And Nicholson came out of there with the rebound. He'll try to drive on Lehrman, no good.
Not a
and
good shot.
Smithy with the rebound.
That's just not a good shot. Way too quick. And the offense didn't allow anybody to get into a set, and it results in a missed shot for Norwell.
Nicholson just 1 of 6 here in the second half. 2 of 8 overall. And with 4:11, Bishop Dwenger being very patient. They lead by 1. Wide open, Lytle for 3, and he buries it. Kachansky with the assist. Boy, and how did he get that wide open, Derek?
No, somebody got lost on defense, and now it's a 4-point lead for the Saints, and that's pretty big in a game like this.
Geiger is going to be fouled again inside. I think that's going on Kachansky.
Well, that'll work every time if you're going to continue to get the foul call for Norwell. Important thing for Will, again, just continue to knock down free throws at a good rate. He's done a nice job so far tonight. Him and Nicholson are the only 2 guys to get to the line, but almost all of them have been taken by Geiger so far.
Geiger 6 of 9 so far, and now 7 of 10.
That's an acceptable number. 70% from the line is a good number for the season if he's able to continue it.
Well, John Henry Reith is going to check back in for the Saints. He's got 4 fouls, and about the spot you'd think he'd be back in there. 3:51 left. Geiger trying to draw the Knights to within 2. And he does.
Look good on both of those. Possessions now, though, at a premium, and Norwell needs a big stop defensively.
And they're bringing some pressure. Coach Kostoff will take a full timeout, and we will take it with him. The Saints lead by 2 here at the Castle. We'll be right back.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 children has a vision-related condition that can affect learning. Your child's vision can make a big difference in academic performance. Annual exams are recommended to rule out vision problems that may interfere with your child's vision, development, and academic performance. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care can detect any vision problems your child may have, which can then be promptly treated. Our optometrists provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best by combining experience and expertise with the latest technology.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Welcome back to Norwell. 3:45 to go, and the Saints have a 35-33 lead in the home opener for the Knights. They're trying to hold that right now, but Norwell's going to have to try to apply some backcourt pressure in an attempt to get a turnover. Definitely need a stop on this possession.
They do. That's Lehrman with the ball way up top. Smithy wide open from the elbow. Almost airballed it. However, coming out of there with it was Lytle. Underneath, Lehrman with the hoop.
Well, what it did on that first shot was it put Norwell in an awkward position to rebound. Just came up with a loose ball, did Dwenger, and it resulted in a basket.
Yeah, Brendan Lytle doing a good job of hustling for that rebound, and Will Geiger comes up with it. He'll drive and score. That's a big hoop for the Knights.
Can't believe he got that in.
Just had the right English on it. The foul is called on John Henry Reith, and he is done for the evening with 5 fouls. Ended up 0 for 1 from the floor and collected a couple of rebounds. He'll take a seat as David McComb re-enters. Geiger trying for the three-point play, gets it. That brings the Knights to within 1 at 37-36, a little pressure, and Lehrman will take it to the hole, score, and be fouled. Boy, good body control there by the 6'9" Lucas Lehrman.
It's the only thing you couldn't do if you're Norwell. You've done a nice job of keeping them out of transition all night, and you break down with under 3 minutes to go.
Connor Torson picks up his first foul, 5th on the Knights, and Lehrman good on the three-point play. Well, that's a big play by Lucas Lehrman.
Big answer after the Geiger three-point play.
Dwenger extending that zone trap defense that they're playing with Lucas Lehrman up top. He's so long, it makes it tough for the Norwell guards to find passing lanes. Luke Zettis from the corner, no good. Rebound controlled and pulled out of there by David McComb.
Good look, but a big miss.
2:28 left. Kachansky almost had it stolen away by Leidig. Smithy with the long two, no good. Lehrman with the rebound, and he's going to be called for the foul. I think that was a good call, Derek.
I do too, but if you're Dwenger, why do you take that shot?
Yeah.
You're up 4, and you've been patient the entire game. 2:22 to go, and you take a 15-footer. That puts Norwell in the double bonus, and I think it's Geiger shooting both.
Well, Hayden Smithy had hit 4 of his last 6 shots. prior to that possession, probably feeling it a little bit.
Well,
and just couldn't knock it down.
You got to think if you're Smithy, because
especially being a senior.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that situation, no matter how hot you are, you've got a 2-possession lead, and you can probably put the thing on ice if you're able to hold the ball and maybe suck up 60 seconds of the clock there.
Brandon Nicholson will go to the line. He's 1 for 2 from the line so far this evening.
71% on the year. Nope.
Doink that one.
The same spot he missed on the first one.
The Knights were 6 of 10 from the free throw line coming into this fourth quarter. They're 4 of 6 in the quarter, so that's 10 of 16. Now 11 of 16 as Brandon draws the Knights to within 3.
Well, we've got another Norwell Dwenger dandy to open the season for the Saints.
Boy, it's sure consistently that way between these two teams.
Just very evenly matched every year.
The last time Norwell really buried them was in the December of 2011 with the team that went to state. And a traveling call on Brendan Lytle on the far side. That's the first turnover of the fourth quarter on Bishop Dwenger and just their 5th on the evening.
Yeah, they've done a great job of taking care of the ball the entire game, but a careless turnover gives the Norwell the chance to get it back within 1 or potentially tie the game with a 3.
Geiger underneath, Bulls inside, and is going to be called for
third
another
offensive foul.
Well, he's just out of control trying to get to the rim, and Dwenger is doing a good job of stepping in front of him. Coach McBride doesn't like it, but I got to tell you, Derek, from here, they look like offensive fouls. A timeout's going to be called.
Well, and whether they look like it or not, it's a full timeout by Dwenger. We'll talk about it when we come back.
All right, thank you, Derek. The Knights trail the Saints here at the Castle by 3, 40-37. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutchville Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Welcome back to the Castle. 1:54 to go. Dwenger will have to go the full length of the floor as they lead it by 3.
That's Kachansky in the backcourt, not making any progress moving up the floor. Now Smithy gets it to Lehrman in the front court. That was pretty close to a 10 count. And now Lehrman needs to find some help. Finally, Lytle gets it to Kachansky and Dwenger into their offensive set. Norwell really going after the ball aggressively. They've got a foul to give.
Yep.
As they trail by 3 here.
Yeah, so there's no reason not to be aggressive in this situation.
Kachansky up top being guarded by Leidig. Lytle will get it back to him. We've not seen much of Trinity Clark here in the second half, and that's going to be a foul on Levi Leidig. It'll be his first, and it will put Dwenger at the line. I thought that was a 6 or a 5 on the board. It was a 6. So.
Yeah, I thought so too. So we were both mistaken there. And big free throw coming.
Matt Kachansky, his first free throw attempt of the evening is good. Didn't take a whole lot of time.
Yeah, and it kind of crawled over the rim, but
it did. But it nestled through the nets, and it's a 2-possession game now for the Saints. And Kachansky with 2 big free throws. Makes it a 5-point Dwenger lead, 1:10 left.
Norwell's got to get a bucket relatively quickly here.
Leidig cuts through the defenders. Inside, nice pass, Geiger to Nicholson.
Yep, that's a good look and a real nice executed play, and it's back down to 3 with just a minute left.
Coach McBride calls a timeout.
Full timeout.
And it is a full timeout, so we'll take it along with Coach. and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to the Castle. Dwenger leads 42-39 with 60 ticks left on the clock. Important basket right there for Brandon Nicholson as he got free. Not sure how he did that. A little bit of a defensive breakdown for the Saints, but Norwell is probably going to have to try to force a turnover here. They've got some time to use. You still got a minute left, so you could play for the turnover for a little while, and Dwenger's still in the 1 and bonus.
Quentin Purdy in there for the Knights, replacing Will Geiger, who's got 4 fouls. Lucas Lehrman, who also has 4 fouls on the Saints side of things, stays in the game. Smithy in the backcourt helping bring it up. Kachansky gets it into the front court, and the Knights trying to trap.
Almost
Lytle
forced into the timeline.
Gets it to Lehrman. 45 seconds left. Just a 1-possession game, 42-39. And Dwenger will force the Knights to foul.
There it is.
Luke Zetas picks it up. That'll be his 3rd, team's 8th. So
almost 30 seconds off the clock there, too. So that's a pretty big chunk of time. Norwell's got to hope for a miss on the front end.
Will Geiger will check back in on the offensive end of things. Purdy will take a seat. Quentin Purdy hadn't played a whole lot here in the second half, but he certainly has given the team some positive time tonight as Smithy knocks down his first free throw. And that one makes it a 2-possession game. That's a big free throw from the senior. He'll make it 2-2. And I've got Smithy now with 16 points.
You can still go for a layup here if you go quick.
Torsen up top. Nicholson's going to try to drive, and he's stripped. However, Leidig came back up with the basketball. Luke Zetas with a long 3, no good, and Lehrman will pull down the rebound. There's going to be a foul on the play. Is that Nicholson?
Yep.
That'll be Brandon's 4th. So both Nicholson and Geiger with 4 fouls, just 17.2 seconds left in this one. It is just a 1-and-1, though, for Lehrman, and he is 1 of 4 from the free throw line. So the Knights not done yet, but Lehrman, big free throw. He's hit his last 2.
He can probably seal it with 1 more here.
Yep. As that would make it a 3-possession game. It's good, and 2 big free throws from the senior puts the Saints up by 7, and Coach McBride will call a 30-second timeout. More than just a hardware store, Reed's Do It Best Hardware has a gift shop, paint department, rental department, and yes, Derek, they have hardware. They're open 7 days a week to best serve you, located on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. Also, if you're looking for a local bank you can really depend on, come to First Bank of Bern. They provide service that other banks can only dream about with 8 convenient locations near you. Bill Denny just walking by. Derek, I don't know if you heard the story. St. Francis on their way to defend their national title here in a couple weeks in Daytona. Their kicker injured his hip on his first kick attempt of the game on Saturday. They have recruited Graham Denny off of the soccer team.
Well, he can kick it.
Yes, he can kick it. He proved that in high school, and he may be going to Daytona with the football team. Will Geiger's going to shoot a long 3, no good. The rebound's kicked around, finally picked up by Zetas for 2, and Luke knocks it down.
Just 3 seconds left, and this one is all but over for Norwell as Coach McBride's going to use his 4th timeout here. Norwell just not able to get over the hump this evening. We'll take a break and return to the Castle right after this.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
Welcome back to the Castle. Bishop Dwenger leading 46-41 en route to their 5th consecutive victory over Norwell here with 3 seconds to go. Norwell just not going to have enough time to do that. They do have 1 timeout if they're able to get a quick steal and a bucket.
Smithy will key it in with 3.2. And he'll get it in to Lytle.
Yeah, they're going to have to reset the clock if it was before the inbounds. It should be, and they're not sure if they're going to look at it or not. Now the officials come together. It should, about a half second came off the clock, so it should probably go back to 3.2 because the foul was called away from the ball before the inbound.
Yeah, a dead ball, so to speak, foul. And Kachansky's going to go ahead and shoot the free throw and make it.
Now we've got 1 shot, so that one counts, I believe.
Yeah, it should count. 40. Well, they haven't put the point up on the board yet, but they can't take the free throw away from the player.
It's on there
They
now.
did put those 5 clicks back on. Kachansky will try to make it 4 of 4 from the free throw line here in the 4th quarter. They've hit some big free throws down the stretch, Derek.
Yeah, after shooting pretty poorly at the beginning of the game, they nailed them down the stretch.
Still not very effective from the field as the Knights with a long 3 from Connor Torson. No good. Just a second field goal attempt that Connor Torson had tonight, and the Knights will be on the short end of a 41-48 score. We'll do some figuring and be back with the post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
Eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. At Bluffton Family Eye Care, Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry take the time to get to know you, your eye care history, and your vision needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best. They take pride in providing excellent customer service by creating a personal connection with each patient individually.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424 or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sport, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in the classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyu@fwymca.org.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle, wrapping things up after a 48-41 Bishop Dwenger victory. And we are joined now by Norwell head coach Mike McBride. And, Coach, your guys were in the ball game for the entire contest, even had a lead. They're pretty late. But in the end, Dwenger was able to score more consistently, and I thought our offense went a little bit dry, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing that happened at Miss Cinewell. Fourth quarter, we got outscored 13-5. Tonight, we got outscored 21-11. I mean, defensively, you look at it. We give up 27 points in the first 3 quarters. We give up 21 in the fourth quarter alone. And, again, I think some of it goes back to our inability maybe to finish some shots, maybe some free throws. I mean, free throws, I mean, we're better tonight, 11 for 16. But then you get in these close possession games, I mean, there's so many things that can happen. You get a loose ball rebound that they pick up that we don't get on a missed shot, and then they score out of it. And it changes things. You know, you get a call that's close and it goes against you, it changes things. And they got off to a good start in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, you know, we get a turnover and they hit a three. Now we're tied up, and then we don't score, and then they hit a shot, and now we're down 2. So our fourth quarter execution, we didn't shoot the ball very well from outside. I mean, I know we made 2 threes, but I didn't think we shot it very well. I don't know the percentage, but I know we missed a lot of the most of the threes we took. We did not make.
Tell me what you liked about your team's defense this evening, because I thought there was a lot of positives to take.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see if I'm thinking the same thing as you.
Yeah, our kids, we played a lot tougher on-ball defense. We got into some passing lanes. We got more deflections. We did a better job at trying to keep the ball out of the post. You know, and I thought our kids really competed. I got no issues with our effort. And now it's just a matter of cleaning up some execution and things. But defensively, we made it hard for them to just do what they wanted to do. And we got to continue to do that. I mean, this team has got to be really good defensively. You know, until we get full strength, I guess I would say, we're going to have to really rely on our defense. And that's where we're going to have to get to. But, I mean, you know, I mean, their length, their size hurt us a little bit. They blocked some shots on us, I thought. And it just seems like everybody we've played so far has a big kid.
Yeah.
I mean, and at some point we're going to come across some that don't, and we'll be able to, I think, exploit that. But, you know, 10-10 after 1, 19-18 after 2, and, I mean, 30-27 after 3, and then we just don't close it out. So I think defensively we did a lot of good things. We had a lot more. We made it a lot harder on them to just be able to do what they wanted. But we got to be better offensively. We got to execute better. I mean,
sure. I talked to you earlier today about Dwenger and coming in, not having any film or anything like that because of this being their first game of the year. Were they who you thought they were going to be? Because you talked about preparing for them in a general sort of sense with a Coach Kostoff-led team, and I thought they did a lot of those things, but they were also in a man for a good chunk of that first half.
Yeah, well, they play a lot of man. They just didn't play much. They didn't press as much as what I anticipated.
Okay.
I anticipated they might press a little more. We were prepared for the 1-3-1. We just didn't really execute. And then, again, it's different. Like, until you're out there and you're dealing with 6'8" at the point and 6'5" on the wings, it's a whole different ball game when you're down there and our guards are not, you know, we're not 6'5", you know, on our guards, and so the length bothered us a little bit. We had some really, really close calls down there on Geiger's drive. If they go the other way, that's free throws for us. That's a big. Those are big calls, and they're close. They're bang bang. I mean, I thought one they got right. I thought they had right on, and there were 2 I disagreed with. And, I mean, you're going to get that. And I'm not, believe me, it's not like I'm knocking the officials. That's not where I'm going with that. I'm just saying I disagreed with those 2 calls. And, you know, but they're there. They make the call. They're the ones that got to make that call. And I, you know, I mean, I thought one they had right on, and the other 2 I did not. But when we got maybe make better decisions too a little bit. Maybe, you know, maybe it's not there. We got to reverse it a little more. Sometimes we have a tendency we want to try to score off of one pass when we have to maybe reverse it and get their defense moving. So we'll keep working on it. We keep trying to get better. But, you know, again, though, I don't know what we shot from the field, but I know we didn't shoot very well from outside. And I mean, they're going to early. We didn't even hit the rim.
Right.
And that was overall, 41 overall. What was it from 3? Yeah, 2 for 11 from 3. I mean, that's tough. I mean, it's just we're going to have to we need to get a little more. I mean, 4 out of 11's a whole different ball of wax. And they hit what? They hit 6 threes. You know, I mean, so, you know, they shoot 6 for 15. I mean, that's a whole better. I mean, that's a big story in the game right there. Tight games come down to possession here, possession there, and unfortunately tonight we didn't come out on the right end. But please let me be clear. I mean, our kids' effort, they fought, they competed. I mean, they did everything that they had to try to do to put themselves in position to win. We just weren't able to win, and hopefully we can get a little better at that.
Coach, you've got an entire week off again, and you've got the Panthers from Eastbrook coming in next Tuesday to the Castle. What are you expecting from them?
Well, they shoot the three well. They did last year against us. They've got Mansbigger, kid's good. They've got a transfer point guard in from Marion that's really good, quick and athletic. They got most of their guys back from last year. They're going to be a much improved team than what they were a year ago, and it's going to be another really, really challenging game. I mean, for our guys, we're going to have to really compete hard and try to finish it out, and we just got to keep trying to get better each day, and hopefully we can keep improving. But it'll be a good challenge for us, no doubt, and hopefully we can get back on the win column. I mean, look, it's not like we played chopped liver here last two games.
Oh,
we played good teams, and we've been there, and we just come up short. So hopefully, we can get to where we're winning those. And so far right now we're following last year's pattern. We want to try to maybe break out of that a little bit against some of these teams, but hopefully we can get Eastbrook here and get on a roll and get going.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate the time coming up and joining us here in the press area, and we wish you the best of luck next Tuesday.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You guys take care. Thanks for all you do.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Take care.
That was Norwell head coach Mike McBride as we wrap things up. And, Greg, I know you have the final statistics to share with us.
I do, Derek. Thank you so much. 48 total points for Bishop Dwenger. They were 15 of 42 as a team from the field, just 36%. A little bit better in the second half, but not a lot. After being 6 of 23 in the first half, they were 9 of 19 in the second half. So that's a significant improvement. From beyond the arc, Coach talked about it, 6 of 15 from beyond the arc. That's a good percentage of 40%. And 12 of 18 from the free throw line, an acceptable 67%, I would think. As a team, they collected 16 rebounds and turned it over 5 times. They were led in scoring by Hayden Smithy with 16. Also in double figures, Lucas Lehrman with 13. Matt Kachansky, 4 big free throws down the stretch for the Saints, ended up with 7. David McComb had actually 5 for the Saints. He hit a 2 and a 3. And then chipping in with a free throw was John Hoffman for a total of 48. For your Norwell Knights, they were 14 of 42 from the field. That's just 33%. And it got worse as the game went on. They were 7 of 18 in the first half and 7 of 26 in the 24, in the second half. From beyond the arc, Coach talked about it, 2 of 11 from the three-point line. That's 18%. And then 11 of 17 from the free throw line for 65%. They turned it over 12 times. Not a horrible number, but twice as many as the Saints, and collected 15 rebounds. Leading the way in scoring, Will Geiger. He had 19 points on 5 of 15 shooting, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, and a very acceptable 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Next, he was the only Knight in double figures. Brandon Nicholson had 8 on 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc. He also collected 8 rebounds on the evening. Chipping in with 6 points tonight, Luke Zetas, the senior, was 3 of 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, collected a couple rebounds and assists. Chipping in with 3 points was Quentin Purdy, who hit that 3 right off the bat for the Knights to start the game. He was 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, collected an assist and a couple of rebounds as well. Connor Torson hit a 3. He was 1 of 2 from the field and had an assist and a couple of rebounds. Levi Leidig also had 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting. He was 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. And that will do it for the statistics for this evening, Derek.
Yeah, Smithy really hit a couple of big shots for Dwenger. I thought that he was their best scorer. Lehrman inside had some foul trouble and rode the bench for a lot of that game, and I think that played a big factor, although so did Nicholson from Norwell in that first half, especially picking up the 2 early fouls, addressing the turnover numbers. 12 is too many in a game that featured as few possessions as that one.
Good point.
So that's kind of a concern there. They've been a little bit on the uptick the last couple of games. Coach McBride hoping to clean that up before Eastbrook comes in, who's probably going to feature a few more possessions in this game. They like to push it a little bit out and get out and run. But for Norwell, we do have one more order of business. That's the name of player of the game, and I've got my vote for Geiger. I thought he led the way, and he was the offense tonight for Norwell.
Yeah. Coach touched on it a little bit. Will's going to have to get some diversity in his game, though, Derek. The reason he picked up 3 charging fouls tonight was because he just kind of put his head down and went. A couple of them could have gone the other way, but adding some diversity, whether it's the left hand, maybe getting on the other side of the lane. Every drive for him starts on the right side of the lane.
Yeah, he's got to be much more under control.
Yep, and he needs to maybe get to that left side a little bit. Maybe hit a pull-up jumper here or there. But great job by him from the free throw line at 7 of 10. I thought he looked good from the line tonight. Good to see that. Also collected 7 rebounds and an assist. So I'm with you. Our player of the game tonight, Will Geiger.
Okay.
I'll let you wrap it up, my friend.
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate
you. You do such a good job at it.
Well, that's because it's scripted. So I cheat a little bit, but certainly appreciate you joining us this evening. For Greg Van Meter and the entire Wells County Voice crew, this is Derek Decker saying so long from the castle, and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.